Hello, my beautiful sufferers. Welcome to another video. I want you to remember a moment in your life when you had peak confidence. Truly indestructible feeling, this crazy drive for life. You definitely had at least once experienced a similar feeling like that. Not even once, several times for sure, if you're grown up. Let's say you earned some money, you achieved a certain thing that you were afraid to do, but you still did it anyways. You talked to a person, you impressed someone, you got a positive feedback, you achieved your KPIs, sports, whatever. Remember a moment of that moment where you felt peak confidence. And I want you to pay close attention to this event that happened. In that moment of peak confidence, here, you are so in the moment, you're so excited, there's such a huge drive in you, you don't think about any help in this moment. When you're here, you don't think about any therapy. You don't really think about the next book that you need to read in order to improve yourself. You don't really need advice in a specific moment. You don't care about being lonely. You don't care about loneliness. The future looks good. You don't care about the future. You're so in the moment. Every challenge in that moment is doable for you. Any future uncertainty feels alright to you. Every plan that you have in this specific moment looks good to you. Even if you don't have a plan, but you're in this moment here, you kind of alright with it. You just know there's certain certainty and certain drive in you that you just know, okay, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna figure something out. You're gonna keep going, keep building. No matter what people are telling you in this specific moment, for example, you're this, you're that, you're not good, you're worthless, oh, it's luck, it's not luck, next time be careful, not be careful. You don't care about none of those things. People don't affect you. When you're here, you don't, let's say you have social anxiety. In this moment, it disappears. It's zero. You don't care. Even if you're the most quiet, the most insecure person you ever known, in this specific moment of peak drive and confidence, you don't care about none of this stuff. You feel invincible. Mentally, physically, everything. Everything is possible. You see the whole world clearly, and you can do it. Now remember a moment of deep insecurity. Remember a moment of deep shame, deep guilt, deep embarrassment, deep uncertainty, isolation, loneliness, just a hopeless period. It's here, right? In this moment of feeling completely lost, isolated, again, shame, unworthiness, everything looks awful, future looks awful, plan is awful, you don't have a plan, it's disaster, people are gonna judge you, it's disaster. In this specific moment, when people are telling you certain things, the same things as they tell you here, for example, you're this, you're that, you're wrong, you're not gonna do it, they look at you a certain way, you feel deeply hurt, correct? You feel insecure, correct? And then, from this starting point here, you start looking to get some help, to get therapy, to get more advice, to read more books, to work with your loneliness, to convince yourself that future is gonna be okay, to convince yourself that uncertainty is gonna fade away. You're always trying to work on yourself in this deep insecurity moment. And it's like the end, right? It feels like it's at the end and you feel miserable and you don't know what to do with it. You're trying all those things and you suffer. And that's a deep pain. Now, the same way confidence makes you immune to doubt, insecurity makes you immune to positivity, to any sort of improvement. Again, the same way confidence makes you immune to doubt, insecurity makes you immune to positivity. That's the key to realize and to see clearly that self-improvement is making everything worse. Confidence doesn't argue with doubt. When you're confident, you don't stick to words. You don't see, when you're confident, you don't see any limitations, right? You don't see any walls. If people are talking shit to you, you see those things are just words to you, right? Nothing affects you. When you're insecure, insecurity doesn't respond to positivity. Whatever you're trying to do to solve your insecurity, it's not gonna work. Neither one cares about the words. Only starting point matters. You got it? The same way when you're confident right here, negativity doesn't affect you. The same way here, when you were in deep insecurity, positivity doesn't affect you. But we think that when you're confident, it's cool, but when you are insecure, you have to work on your insecurity. Insecurity and work and self-improvement, it's considered to be a positive thing. Psychologically, you have to work on it psychologically, correct? It's not gonna work because the starting point here is already so heavily charged. Personally, if in this case all words are just words to you, when someone calls you a loser or something like that, you see uncertainty in the future, you don't really see it as reality. But here, it is your reality in this specific moment. And the funniest part is, when you're in a moment of deep insecurity, you try to remember those times when you were confident and you depreciate those moments. You think that, oh, this moment here when I'm deeply insecure, that's the realest moment of life. And this moment here is just some, it's whatever, it's fairy tale. Okay? So I hope you understand that whatever escape you choose, more therapy, more help, more books, more advice, more loneliness, more future, is not gonna help. The same way, negativity doesn't affect your confidence, peak confidence and drive. The same here. No matter how many books, awareness, understanding you have, it's not gonna affect your deep insecurity. Here, you don't care about words. Whatever someone's speaking, whatever doubts, you don't care about it. You see a bright future. Here, they say something to you and you stick to words now. You get lost in words. Word is a law in this moment for you. Here, words are nothing. Here, words are everything. And what you need to do is not go here and to find a solution, unlimited and endless analysis, endless loops, endless wisdom. You have to work directly with this. Because guess what? This and this are on the same level. Confidence, peak drive, peak hope, peak just so much certainty, right? That everything is going to be alright, is on the same level as deep insecurity that you have. They're both built on idea, they both built on thought, but they have completely different impact on your life. Here, again, you feel invincible. With no plan, with no concrete steps, you just know, okay, I will do something first, then I will see, then I do this. You have so much clarity. You can think properly, you can think effectively, you can communicate directly with sharpness, and action is clear. Here, you just don't do anything. You go into self-help therapy, books, postponing your actions. And if you do the action, it's not the full action, because the action is a scared action. Now, I'm not saying that, self-help, in terms of improving your looks, improving your physique, you can still do those things, and I'm all up for it. But without this, okay, I'm not good enough, I have to do more, I have to do this. Again, remember, when you're here, you can still do sports. If you lose, you're okay with it. Not in terms of, oh, I'm just a loser. No. In terms of, it's whatever to you. You just know, yeah, I'll train more, I'll gain more, I have all this time, it's gonna be alright, step by step. Here, it's a whole disaster for you. Oh my god, I lost, I'm a loser, they think this, they think that. It's completely different. You can still do self-improvement. I'm not denying self-improvement. You can still do self-improvement from this starting point without this here. Okay? Yeah, and of course, if you're watching this video, you've probably tried everything. Therapy, self-help books, scrolling endlessly, confidence hacks, manipulation tactics, reprogramming your mind, law of universe, attraction techniques, pickup lines, hot and cold, how to appear this way, how to not appear this way, how to stand straight. Maybe this second you should stay straight, and then you should say this to appear this way. Then you have to do this because they will think that you're this way in order for them to perceive you in this way. And you create so many, you stick to words again, so many, this rule. When you go into the real world, you're here, and because your starting point is here, you have so many doubts, you start applying all those infinite rules, and then you become like a robot. You become so... just zero drive, zero nothing, and people can see it as well, because your starting point is here. Again, this one relates to this part here again. Look, the problem, you think, that's the wrong assumption. You think the problem is in the way you solve this. You think that, okay, this therapy is not enough. I have to analyze deeper. I have to understand my loneliness. I have to understand my future. I have to create a plan. Yada. And you think that you have internal problem, and you have, which is a content, which is idea, which is based on words, which is based on your past. And you have to find a solution that also must be in the content, which is better tactics, better beliefs, better frameworks, which sounds completely logical, but it's absolutely wrong. Again, because you're trying to work on this, using this, you're trying to work on this. But this thing, which is starting point here, is itself a content. You have so much personal charge in this and personal belief in this. You think it's some separate problem, separate entity, and you have to apply all those things to solve this entity. But this, again, remember, please, I'm repeating myself so many times and it's important. This starting point here is the same as this starting point here. You can replace this with this and be this all the time without sticking to words, all those frameworks. Still use self-improvement, still learn communication, but having such a strong drive, such a strong just certainty, you quickly apply it and you're direct and sharp. Okay? So whatever you do, if your starting point is this, nothing's gonna help you. And if you want to learn more, watch my other videos. This video is just to address this whole movement, this whole problem. That's it. Bye.